here we go, and I am going to show you something cool tonight. This is Richard Nongard with subliminalscience.com, and you're in the ICBCH group. And remember back in the day we used to do Sunday Live, and it was pretty cool. What you're hearing right now, by the way, is a Chinese singer on the internet. And every Sunday night we used to get together, and we used to spend some time talking about hypnosis. I used to interview some guests and guide people through some live experiences. Well, guess what? We're going to start doing that again. And this Chinese singer is my inspiration for us. So here we go. Here's what she does. She sits in front of her computer and sings. She sings in Chinese. And I can't sing in Chinese. I can speak a little Chinese, but I'm a really bad singer in any language. But she's got a great
也浪荡脚，江湖的小胖子，西非的骑士，世界121成天犯困的骑士。
What she's doing is she's got an interesting show. She's usually posting something over here on the internet, and then she's even got her logo up above. I couldn't do that. I'm not technically savvy enough, so I just created a logo from my files. I'll put it up here and pretend I'm as smooth as she is. The Subliminal Science logo, there it is. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to get together every Sunday night and spend a little bit of time talking about hypnosis. So tonight, rather than show you Chinese singing videos,
谢谢发发发小白的回应。
I'm actually going to talk about how hypnosis can bring us into happiness. And the reason why I want to talk about this is real simple. I just got done with a 4-part course teaching the ideas of trauma resolution and disaster recovery. And tonight is actually the 4th night of that class. As a matter of fact, over here on this page is just the tail end of the class. The class just ended. So a couple people said, well done. Some people said, thank you very much. They enjoyed the participation. And this was a course on trauma recovery hypnosis. And in the last week, what I did was I spent a little bit of time in tonight's class talking about 8 steps to happiness. So if you didn't participate and you didn't get all 4 classes, you actually can, by the way, on my website at subliminalscience.com, and there's a link up above if you're interested in the whole class. But after we get done helping a person to handle crisis and manage disaster and help them emerge on the other side of some really difficult situations using crisis and trauma response counseling and hypnosis, what's the next step? And the next step is really moving a person into happiness. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about how hypnosis can help us not only to manage crisis and to return back to a state of equilibrium, but actually end up on the other side where a person actually rises to their highest level of functioning. You see, this is the great thing about hypnosis versus counseling. Counseling in many cases is just about returning a person to an adequate level of functioning. But hypnosis really is about helping people to achieve peak performance and to rise to their highest level. By the way, one cool thing in the group here at the ICBCH group here on Facebook, in the files section, one of our group members, Dan Perez, who lives in Houston, actually posted a script for disaster response, or as he called it, losing everything in Hurricane Harvey script. And it's really a great resource to give you some ideas for helping a client who's experienced disaster move away from the disaster and into something awesome. So what I wanted to share with you tonight in this, I guess what we used to call Nongard TV, and then Scott and I used to do something over at the Hypno Store. Now I'm going to start doing this every Sunday night again, but on Facebook. I want to share with you 8 ideas for helping a person move into happiness using hypnosis. And the very first way we can do this is by helping a person to be healthy. The research shows that health correlates directly to a person's happiness level. There have been times in my life when I've felt less than healthy. Some of you know, just the last couple of months I had a major surgery. And in the last couple of years I've had here and there some health complications, but I'm really grateful that I'm on the other side of all of those health problems. That things are going really well for me, that no diagnosis that I've received was a catastrophic diagnosis. And, excuse me, I don't have my iced tea here. I don't know where it is. I almost always have it with me. But health is really important, and hypnosis is a great tool for helping people not only quit smoking and to lose weight, but to really achieve a state of health. The relaxation response in and of itself produces a state of health and wellness. And the process of hypnosis can help a person who is either in the middle of recovery or wants to avoid health complications, to step into abundance and health. Now, there's a theory on wealth, and the theory on wealth is that your income is the average of your 5 closest friends. It's an interesting theory. But what's really most important here is not that our 5 friends are wealthy, but that we actually have 5 friends. So we can use hypnosis to achieve health, but we can also use hypnosis to increase the quality and the quantity of our relationships. The research shows that when we have 5 friends who we can confide in, that we can share with, that can be a part of our life, we actually are happier people. And I'm really grateful because I have some wonderful friends. In fact, just a few minutes ago, Michael Johns was over at my house, and we were sitting here, and we were just talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. And many of you know Michael was a stage hypnotist here in Las Vegas for many years. We've been friends for many, many years, and it's great just to have somebody who I can share literally anything with. It's really pretty cool. And so having awesome friends helps a person to be happier. Now, how can, by the way, can share literally anything. How can we, it's really pretty cool. And so having awesome friends helps a person to be happier. Now, how can share literally anything. How can we, it's really pretty cool. And so having awesome friends helps a person to be happier. Now, how can share literally anything. How can we, it's really pretty cool. And so having awesome friends helps tech difficulties. Bummer. Anyway, I'm trusting that this probably is still working. We'll find out. But I probably fixed it by now by somehow quieting that tab. But we'll come back to that tab here in just a couple of minutes. How do we get friends? Well, we get friends by connecting with them. Auditory, visual, and kinesthetic ways of learning, but auditory and visual and kinesthetic ways of improving our relationships. Using hypnosis as a tool for communication strategies. Many of you know I'm licensed as a marriage and family therapist, and one of the things that I've often done in life is I've worked with couples, not to help Bob and Bertha solve their fight, but actually to help Bob and Bertha learn whether or not they're an auditory or visual or a kinesthetic learner, and to communicate using the submodalities that create an open communication. And so hypnosis can become a wonderful and very useful tool for helping to improve and to build friendships. Now, another way to increase happiness is to spend your money on experiences. And the great thing about hypnosis is that it can actually help us to clarify what experiences really are most important to us. In the end, we're not happiest because we've accrued the most stuff. In the end, we're actually happiest when we spent our money on experiences in life. Values clarification is a process in hypnosis of helping a person to really decide what's most important to them. And I think that's tied in with the next thing that improves happiness, and that is living your dream. A lot of people, feel like they're just going through the motions in life and they're not living their dream. And hypnosis values clarification processes can help a person to actually step into a new chapter of life where they've set aside the old drudgery and they're now living the dream. What is it that you'd like to accomplish in life? Go ahead, type it in the chat box below. I'd like to hear it. What is your dream? What's really most important to you? What is it that you want to be able to do? Spend your money on experiences, but make sure you choose experiences that help you to live your dream rather than experiences that cause you to feel stuck or trapped. And make that change. And hypnosis is a great ritual for engaging in a decision-making process to step into a new chapter of life. Now, the next way to experience happiness or step into happiness is to become really good at something. This is called a signature strength. I think I'm really good at hypnosis. I've been doing it for 30 years. People like my books. People attend my classes. I just did some lectures at Hypno Thoughts. By the way, the next hypnosis convention that's coming up is the No Bull Hypnosis Convention in Las Vegas. So check out the the posts that have been made on that if you want to join us in Las Vegas. But I just got done speaking at the Hypnothoughts convention. People liked my talks. They liked the demonstrations that I did. And people say I'm good at hypnosis. Well, it's actually what I'm best at. As a matter of fact, I have something right over here. It's actually an award from the IMDHA they gave me this year. It is a Lifetime Achievement Award in hypnosis. So even other people think I'm pretty good at it. It's important for us, in order to feel happy, to be really good at something. I watched a YouTube video the other day of a kid who set the new world record at the Rubik's Cube, 4.16 seconds. And he was just ecstatic that he set the world record. And obviously he's good at a Rubik's Cube. I'm not. It would take me 4 days to even get one side the same color. But he was able to do it in only 4 seconds. It doesn't really matter what you're good at. Get good at something. And the great thing is that hypnosis can help us to achieve peak performance, whether that's academically, whether that's in sports, whether that's in any other personal passion that we have. Hypnosis can also help a person to step into happiness by teaching them to utilize trance states. The reality is we don't get hypnotized, or we don't do hypnosis. The idea here in hypnosis is not simply to go through a process or do something, but rather to help a person to become hypnotic. Becoming hypnotic means that you learn how to utilize all of the many resource states that we have in hypnosis, and this is really a great way of living life. Ever since I learned self-hypnosis, ever since I learned mindfulness meditation, I've been able to not necessarily avoid pain in life, but I've been able to avoid exaggerating my own misery, and that's really important. And hypnosis is a great way to help a person to step into happiness using trance utilization. Now, there are 2 more ways that hypnosis can be used to help a person experience happiness. Actually, probably more than that. But one of them is simply a focus on gratitude. The research shows us that when people are grateful, when they recognize what's right with them, they increase their happiness level. So if you're going through a hardship right now, or a difficulty, whether it's emotionally, physically, financially, or really in any area of life, relationships, there probably is some difficulty. But in self-hypnosis, can you close your eyes? Can you bring yourself to a resource state of hypnosis, trance utilization? And can you become aware of what's comfortable or what's right in your life? Often, we magnify that which is wrong, and it causes us increased pain. But by paying attention to what's right, we can step into happiness even if there are difficult things going on in our life. And all 7 of these things that I've talked about here in this video so far are ways that we can step into happiness, but ways that we can use hypnosis to accomplish that. And the 8th way is what I've been saying lately is, what is your koken? Koken is the Japanese word, and I know the singer that we were listening to at the beginning is Chinese. But I also kind of like some Japanese music too. And Japanese, the word for contribution is koken. And the reason why I like the Japanese word for contribution, koken, better than the Chinese word is gongxing, is it just sounds cooler. Okay? So the Japanese word koken is about contribution, and we become happier people when we follow our own path of self-improvement, those previous 7 things that I've mentioned. But then when we take our happiness and we share it with other people so we can contribute to them, and that can make a huge difference. Look, she's got her nifty logo up the top. I don't know how to do that, so there's my nifty logo right there. But these are 8 ways that we can actually use hypnosis. And think of the elevator pitch that you hear salesmen write, correct? My name is Richard, and I sell Kirby vacuum cleaners so people can have a vacuum cleaner that makes their life easy, okay, whatever it is. Okay? You have to have that 15-second pitch. Well, what's your koken? What's your contribution going to be? My contribution, I hope, and I think that that's one of the reasons why the IMDH gave me this fancy clock that says Lifetime Achievement Award in Hypnosis, is that I've tried to make cost-effective hypnosis trainings for people so that everybody can learn how to become hypnotic, whether it's professionals working with others or people in self-hypnosis. And I hope that's one of the contributions that I've made. Hope you've enjoyed the many YouTube videos that I've posted over the years, the courses that I've created, the resources that are on my blog, and even the classes, like the Crisis and Trauma course, which we just completed, but you can have full access to right over here on subliminalscience.com. Anyway, every Sunday night I'm going to take some time like I used to in the past. I'm going to try to follow this format. This lady here, who is a Chinese singer, has interested me, not only because she is a great singer, but because she really knows how to create an interesting show using her talents. And I think it's important that in hypnosis we have a time to get together every week. We've done it in the past. I want to begin doing it again in the future so that we can all share the gift of hypnosis. And so I'm going to take a couple of minutes and simply guide you through a process that I hope is helpful to you today, incorporating some of these things. So go ahead and close your eyes down wherever you are, take in a breath, and be present in this moment. And as you're present in this moment, bring yourself to that resource state that we call hypnosis. Every breath and every number doubling that awareness of relaxation and of trance utilization. 3, 2, 1, 0. Completely relaxed and accessing that state of intuition and that state of learning and that state of creativity. Being able to use the 8 ideas for hypnotically enhancing and stepping into happiness, first in your own life and then with the clients that you work with. And over the next day or 2 or 3, any time and any place that you find yourself aware of a negative emotion or a place that you'd rather not be in, choose one of these 7 things, whether it's improving your health, getting a good night's sleep, living your dreams, experiencing gratitude, and bring yourself back to this resource state that we've created here tonight that we call hypnosis, and allow yourself to step into a new and abundant chapter of life without hesitation, using hypnosis and self-hypnosis as your tool and your resource for personal growth, for living hypnotically and empowering others. And now, take in a breath. Allow yourself to feel fantastic. Even though this was a very short hypnosis session, you can see, by setting aside just this simple exercise for a minute or 2, how hypnosis can help you enhance your life on a daily basis. And now, take in another breath, 2, and another breath, 3, and open the eyes, feeling fantastic and ready for the rest of the night. Okay, so this was an impromptu experiment as I watched this awesome Chinese singer put together her show, which she does on a daily basis. I'm not going to do it on a daily basis, but we used to do this every Sunday
说法也是一个新闻，说什么
And I'm going to share things on my screen. I'm going to share scripts. I'm going to share resources. I'm going to share ideas. And I'll even try to figure out how to put my logo up there so that you'll know who I am. But we're going to try to do this again every Sunday night like we used to in the past, and I hope that you will join me. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of months. Free hypnosis education right here at icbchgroup.com, our Facebook group. By the way, if you didn't know that, the Facebook group, you can just type in icbchgroup.com, bam, it'll take you right over here to the Facebook group. Anyway, it's been great to have everybody here today. I will look forward to seeing you next Sunday night.